Hey, good morning, everybody. It's me, David Brown, with this week's Design and Dialogue. And as you can probably see, we're going to do a little bit different formatting for this Design and Dialogue. I'm always wanting to change and make sure that we talk about things that are interesting, but also talk about them in a way that gets your attention and that's helpful. So I'm kind of shifting my Design and Dialogue from the larger format that you've been seeing kind of in the past, sitting down, more studio driven and that type of work, to something that's a little more quick, down and dirty. Quick tips is kind of the big theme here for this quarter and maybe for this year, to see if these Design and Dialogues might be more helpful. So for this Design and Dialogue, I want to try out this new format, see what you think. Also, I want to introduce you to what we're going to be doing for the rest of the quarter. A big part of what we did last year, as things in the architecture and interior design world slowed, is talk about company culture. It was huge. We talked often about it. And so what I want to do throughout Q1 of 2025 is talk about culture. And there are a few things I think that are really important to talk about when you think about culture, and we're going to dive into each of these in turn for the rest of this year. The first is really, what is organizational culture? What does it mean? What does it look like? What does it look like when it's done well? Things of that nature. So you really have an understanding of what it looks like and what you might be looking to achieve as you put your company culture together. The second is then, how do you assess your own company culture? How do you look inside your firm at what you're doing and the work that you're doing currently to assess how yours is going? Is it successful? Is it not? And so on. The fourth area that we're going to look at is then, how do you create and cultivate that culture? Either you're starting from scratch or maybe you're tweaking something that's there. We're going to talk a lot about how to create and then cultivate that culture in your firm. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is then, how do you nurture that culture? How do you keep that culture going over time? How do you assess its impact, and how do you assess its positive influence on what you're doing with employees, new employees, old employees, and so on. And so stick with me as these Design and Dialogues go deep into company culture over the next quarter. Like I said, tell me what you think of the new format, the shorter, more concise format. See if you like it, see if you don't like it. And then if you have any ideas about company culture that you've seen work, or maybe that your firm is doing, share them below. Let's talk about them. I can make them part of these as well. All right, everybody, until next week, have a great one, and I will talk to you very soon.